But do you think that they should go in and file a lawsuit against these companies? Do we remember this kid? This kid has been passed around the internet the last day or so. So this poor young man, 5 years old, was drug across the internet the last couple days by Deadspin. Deadspin is the Kotaku of sports world, and he was put over here by the lead editor at Deadspin, this guy named Karan Phillips. And he put out a tweet about an article, actually, and then followed up with a tweet about how the NFL needs to speak out against the Kansas City Chiefs fan in blackface and the native headdress. Put out this tweet here, and he's like, hey, listen, for all the idiots in my mention who are treating this as some harmless act because the other side of his face was red, I can make the argument that it makes it even worse, which is this horrible argument, by the way. Y'all are the ones who hate Mexicans but wear sombreros on Cinco.
He thought that was bars. He thought he was fucking cooking.
He did.
He thought it was so cool.
He thought he was on fire. So the problem with all this is that he's an idiot.
Yeah.
and what has happened over the last couple days is people have been extremely upset. They've jumped onto this narrative about how things are so bad, but it turns out that the little kid is actually Native American, which is outstanding. Yes,
I didn't know that.
And sure enough, he has gone back and covered his tracks and has deleted the tweet. But the internet never forgets the things over here. So the young Chiefs fan who tried to cancel over blackface is actually Native American, which is just absolutely spectacular and the funniest thing in the world that we're here. So
that's how it goes.
It gets shoved back in his face, which is
undefeated.
Absolutely. And Community Notes are going to get this guy. Now, I mentioned people going after this guy, and I wanted to bring this one up because this is just hilarious. There's this guy who was big on ESPN named Dan Le Batard. And Dan Le Batard left ESPN to start his own show. And when he started his own show, he went out and he's not afraid to say what he has to say, what he has to think about things. And a lot of things that he has to say, I would say, have they line up with the ESPN narrative, right? But now he's doing it on his own. But he was really upset at this whole situation, did a segment about it. He was defending the Deadspin, smearing this little kid because he said you should never use red and black, a combination on your face, no matter what, because it's racist. But once again, last year, the internet is undefeated. As here's Dan Le Batard as Kane.
The same guy?
The exact same guy.
Get the fuck out of here. You can't write this shit. That's crazy.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh my God. It's just absolutely wonderful. It's
Holy
just the best
shit.
thing in the world.
So easy to disprove this dude. That's crazy.
Adam, I felt like you had something to say about this.
Well, this is I'm sharing my screen. This is actually from his mother, the kid's mother. Mm-hmm. She said, "It's odd to see my child on Fox News. Relieved that most people stand behind us." 100% agreed there. And then she tweeted. This is from her Facebook. It says, "This has nothing to do with NFL. Also, CBS showed him multiple times, and this is the photo people chose to blast to create division. He is Native American. Just stop this already." And here is his family, and his father. This is the crazy part. His dad is actually on like the I don't know, like not the board, but like the council for like the Native Americans in his area. So it's like not even
he's
just
really
like he's his dad's like on the council, like one of the council members of like in the Native American group.
So I'm not sure.
Oh, it's his grandpa.
It's one
that's
of
still
the other.
crazy.
We know that. It's still family.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's his
not
one
just
of his
saying
direct
he's Native American.
Right. He literally is. It's not some like Warren shit.
Elizabeth
Warren. Yeah, like 0.005% or some shit. It's like, no, he's legitimately Native American. So,
that's wild. Ooh,
this shit blew up in their face so glorious. It's just like, oh man, it's so glorious.
I mean, the natural question, and there's a lot of calls right now for a lawsuit. Like, we do have freedom of the press in the United States, but we don't have the freedom to defame people and call them racist for being 5 years old and wearing face paint, right?
Yep.
So if you recall what happened to Deadspin back in the day. Hogan sued Deadspin, and Hogan went bankrupt. Hulk Hogan, the wrestler, sued them, and he actually won. I think he won the case.
He won mad money from them.
Yeah. So Hulk Hogan won the case, and I actually think this could be another situation like this,
like
where
a
you're
Gawker.
100%. And I got to be honest, we talked about this yesterday with Flash. I think we'd all rejoice when this happens, right? When this happens, he said he's going to start a stream immediately, just a celebration stream, and I'm 100% on board. But do you think that they should go in and file a lawsuit against these companies, or do you think it's just kind of a let it be type of thing?
Nah.
Nah.
File a
No,
lawsuit.
absolutely.
Sue and get that college
Fucking-lutely.
tuition money.
Yep.
Hell
Change
yeah.
the culture, man. Make it not okay to post someone else's kid and try to fucking ruin their lives at 5 years old.
Yeah.
And when you go
You can
back
use
to
them as some sort of political
Political.
tool.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and then
Fuck that.
you go
Fuck
back
these
to
corporations.
what she said though about they
Yeah.
showed him multiple times on camera, but Deadspin shows specifically that frame of that kid when he's turned to fit a narrative.
Yeah.
That's the most insane thing about it, is that, like, if you can't see that, if you can't see what they're doing, what this guy in particular was doing, it's insane. He is the most racist piece of trash I've ever seen. Like, this is, how racist can you be? This guy is insane. This writer is insanely racist, and he's the head writer at Deadspin. So it's a trickle down effect. It's
Should lose his
crazy.
job.
100% he should lose his job.
Don't play with people's kids.
But what do you think about this? Leave us a comment down below. We read every single one of them. Also, make sure you hit the subscribe button, because you have found your home for common sense in the gaming and entertainment worlds.